So in this short video, I'm just going to do a quick review and share some of my thoughts of the version 2.8 special program, the preview live stream that happened earlier today. There was a situation where it didn't work for the Twitch for North America, and maybe other areas as well, but on Twitch it didn't work. And for myself, I stayed up till around 4:30 almost, or 4:15 a.m. For doing other stuff, and then I couldn't. I was just too sleepy, so I actually did not wait for the 5 a.m. my time zone in North America, Pacific time zone, to watch the Twitch version. However, when I woke up later, I realized I got the tweets obviously from the official Hoyoverse channel, their account for Genshin Impact, and they did say that they apologized for Twitch version not being displayed properly and not working due to technical difficulties, and that the regularly scheduled YouTube version, which was a few hours afterward, would be where to go. So anyway, long story short, the Twitch version appears that it apparently did not happen. So luckily I didn't stay up and wait because I couldn't anyway, I was too tired. So anyway, I watched the YouTube version, and I'm pretty sure many of you guys have as well. And obviously there's a Japanese version and a Korean version, and then the Chinese version is released in Bilibili, I believe. So yeah, anyway, so my thoughts. So as we know, it's now called Summer Fantasia. It'll be taking place on the Golden Apple Archipelago, but with some redesigns. The four main characters of the story are on the screen now. Kazuha, Mona, Xinyan, and Fischl. Okay, there are other characters involved as well, of course, and I will get to that, but the four on the actual poster art are these four. And during the American or the North American live stream on YouTube, the voice actors there were for Aether, Fischl, Kazuha, and Oz. And Oz was the actual character that was in the bubble of the image that was cut out earlier, and so now we know who it is, because I didn't know what it was either, so that's good to know. I thought the voice actors continuously, they always do a good job, and it's great to have a mixture of different characters coming here and there. The unfortunate part was they did not have Heizou's voice actor for this for whatever reason. Maybe they're not available, that's fine. But yeah, it would have been nice to have Heizou's actual voice actor available. Shikanoin heizou. We'll get to that. Okay, so basically, just to summarize what happened, basically they went through it, and of course there's the 3 redeem codes. I'll post them in the description later for those of you who didn't get them yet, but they're already all over social media. Other people have already posted and shared them, but I'll post them in the description as well, because as of right now, they're still not expired yet, but they will expire in just a few hours from now. Alright, and then, so basically we're going to get Kazuha's main story quest, because we apparently never got a story quest for him officially, because his was tied in together with like last year's 1.6 event story, but not his individual character story quest. So we'll be getting Act 1 of his story quest. In the story quest, he'll be doing something with a blade, a katana, and likely that will be part of the story, which they did not reveal in the live stream, but we already have speculation that it's something that is going to be very important, obviously, and we'll go into that in another video, but yeah, that's going to be more like theories and such. Okay, so moving along, we obviously know that we're going to get Shikanoin heizou as the new character, 4-star. He's officially an animal catalyst, and he'll be using fisticuffs and melee attacks with his punching mostly and some kicks. He has some minor swirling aspect to it. During the preview live stream, the voice actors did not say anything about him scaling off of any kind of specific stat like HP, energy, elemental mastery, none of that. So he's going to be a straightforward DPS and sub-DPS character, basically, from what it sounds like. And because he needs to be on field, and based on what we were able to see in the trailer, he does not leave anything on the field. Like, he doesn't leave any extra, like, you know, familiar or a puppet or any kind of mechanism that's left on the field. He has to be on field to deal damage. He has no lasting effects, okay? There is clearly a small swirl explosion that they explained, where it will swirl one element and explode as a delayed explosion as part of his burst, but there is, it does not appear that he has major swirling aspects like Kazuha or Sucrose or Venti. So he's more, in my opinion, more similar to like a Xiao, where he'll be like a DPS, sub-DPS role, but he's a 4-star. Yeah. Okay, and then like moving along, we will be talking about the banners. So they confirmed that there will be 2 phases, of course, and in phase 1 of the character banner, it will be Kazuha, and it will be Klee, my baby girl, Klee, and then Shikanoin heizou will be part of phase 1. And then phase 2 will be just yoimiya as a rerun. So that's good to know, right? And then moving along, they went through all the different events. So basically, they all revolve around the new Golden Apple Archipelago, and these 4 characters on the screen here, they each have a part in the story, of course. So that's good to know, right? But then I'm sure that you should be able to use other characters too, but you never know. And then what else did they talk about? So there's a variety of different fun summer-themed, island-themed, adventures. We're like flying around, collecting things. We're also boating around again, right? They're, in a way, some of them might be reruns of previous events from last year's 1.6 event, and maybe mixed in with some other events that we've already encountered. We had to go and collect conches again, right? They say conches because there's a CH, but actually, when I was young, we were pronouncing them as conch. The CH, yeah, because depending on where you are in the region, it's in the world, it's pronounced differently. But anyway, that's fine. We're collecting the shells, and once you collect all the shells, you'll be getting the new costume for Fischl, and hers is free. So similar to last year for Barbara's, it's free after you collect all the conchs or conches and get them for the 4-star character. So her outfit is free. It gives her the princessy kind of look because that's what her thing is. She calls herself a princess, even though now we know she's not really a princess. From another dimension, it's part of her little act. It's part of her little spiel, her little skits that she likes to do. But yeah, they gave her like a princessy kind of dress. I'll be honest, the dress is kind of like generic, but it's still nicely designed. Nothing against the design, but it's just it's nothing more special. I'll be honest, last year's summer event outfits for Jean and Barbara were prettier, and even the what is it? The earlier this year, the Lantern Ride festival, the ones for Ningguang was prettier, I think. I think the Ningguang one was even better than the Kaching one, which was paid. Speaking of paid, the official paid one for this coming patch 2.8 will be diluc, and diluc is, they even said in the live stream, they said his will be considered a 5-star costume. So they said it's the first time it's a 5-star costume, even though Jean and Kaching are 5-star characters, their costumes were not 5-star costumes apparently. And the reason why they call it a 5-star costume is because it has its own idle animations where he burns a scroll, and some of his other animations, his attack animations, are slightly altered as well. So you can check that out again if you are interested in that trailer officially. Obviously, he has his high ponytail instead of the current low ponytail that diluc currently sports. And then I'm just going to quickly bring diluc onto the screen. I'm just curious. I don't use diluc, so yeah, right now he is sporting a low ponytail, and then in the other one is a high ponytail. He will be sporting like a red, like leather-like jacket, or like a more like, yeah, like a leather. This one's like a furry kind of dark leather jacket. That one's more like a red leather jacket. I don't know. He looks more like a rock star in the other one, basically. Yeah. So anyway, that's something. And then in addition to all of that, what else will we be getting? We'll be getting some puzzle events. So just different little small events here and there. And then just to close it out, basically what they did do was talk about their new OST Volume 2 that's releasing. And then also they ended it off finally with a sneak preview of Sumeru with what we expect to be the Dendro Archon's voice, Kusanali, and a few concept arts and area of the Sumeru region. And it's a very vibrant tropical or subtropical region. It looks like there's lots of flowers and foliage and organic elements there. There's like a beach area, I believe, and some of the elements look like they're inspired by, West Asia, and maybe the Persian area, and maybe Middle Eastern, maybe some India elements, right? Maybe some Egypt elements, because we know from the original launch trailer before the game went live back in 2020. So even before that, there was that story teaser, right? And Sino, right, where he wears kind of like an Anubis hat. Anubis is an Egyptian god, right? So we don't have any more details about that, but we know that Sumeru is based on like a Middle Eastern, Indian, maybe Persian and West Asia, South Asia kind of like vibe. So yeah, so there was no pictures of any desert area though, but I'm assuming there will be a desert area. So yeah, anyway, I thought that the version update was pretty good, and obviously we were anticipating it. But I will also say that it also seemed kind of like a little generic. It seemed like 2.8 is going to be a very light patch. I'm going to be very honest with you. 2.8 seemed like a light patch, and I have a feeling it's because they're saving up all their more interesting stuff for 3.0 and beyond when we finally enter Sumeru. So anyway, those are my thoughts. What do you guys think? Did you guys watch it? Did you guys stay up late for it, depending on your time zone, like for Twitch, and were you disappointed when it didn't work or whatnot? Let me know in the comments. I will be putting the codes there in the description of this video. Following this video, though, I will be doing individual breakdowns of each element that was featured in the actual live stream. I'll be talking about the skins. I'll be talking about, my thoughts on heizou. I'll be talking about the new weapon that was shown off in the live stream, and I will also be talking, a little bit just more about how to build heizou as well. So anyway, stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.